We're on the record. Welcome everybody to Board of County Commissioners, Ada County Open Business Meeting. It's February 24th, 9 a.m. And we will start. We actually have two people, so when we come to you, because we have you people identify themselves for the record. So introduce yourself. We have two new people on the Ada County staff, so go ahead, introduce yourself.
Kathleen Ireland, Assistant Chief Deputy Assessor.
Logan Class, Human Resources.
And he's new to Human Resources, and we appreciate him coming back to Ada County.
Thank you.
Andrea Byrne, Human Resources.
Bailey Allen, Human Resources.
Helen Baker, Expo Idaho.
Our new Director of Expo Idaho, she's taking on a fantastic role, and we're welcoming her here. We're glad to have you here, and we have a lot going on, as you know, and you're ready to step in there and
I was hoping I
Start
wouldn't get bored.
go ahead, Barry.
Bethany Cali, HR.
Billy Kidd, Communications.
And you can introduce yourself.
Luke Tenduchet, IT.
Very good.
Ether Bordy with the Clerk's Office.
Richard Beck, Development Services.
Christy Anselman, Development Services.
Beth Law, Treasurer.
And Commissioner Davidson and myself are here. Rod Beck is in DC at the National Association of Counties, so he's not present today. So we will start. Are there any changes to the agenda?
They're not.
Okay. We have some unfinished business, so I'll welcome a motion for consider the unfinished business.
I'll move to remove the unfinished business from the table for consideration.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we'll go to the unfinished business. The first item is Development Services. 4 items we have from Development Services to revise findings. So it's application 2025-02-329-PBA-V Land Group Incorporated. So can you explain to us what that is?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Davidson. So all 4 of these items that are under unfinished business are coming from your February 11th public hearing. And this first one, if you recall, the application pertained to a property in between Star and Eagle. A couple property owners wanted to exchange some acreage, if you recall. One of the property owners wanted to acquire the neighbor's kind of south pasture area. It wasn't quite possible under our existing code, so they applied for a variance. After considering the evidence and testimony presented, you voted to approve. We've prepared revised documents that support your decision.
Okay, do you have any comments on that? You recall what we did and
Yeah,
how we did it?
no questions for me.
Okay. All right, I'll entertain a motion on this Development Service application.
I'll move to approve the revised findings of fact and conclusions of law in application 202-502-329-PBA-V, the land group, based on the previous hearing and the testimony heard at that time.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, well, move on to the next one. 2025-02-068-V, Robert Loosley.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Davidson, again, for this item, another variance request. This one was north of Cuna. The property owner, Mr. Lozelle, wanted to construct a detached structure in his backyard based on the configuration of his property. The best location required an encroachment into the rear yard setback, and after considering his testimony, this is another one you voted to approve, and we've prepared revised documents for you.
Are there any comments? Okay, just as a point, when we do actually either make additional conditions or whatever, we have to go back and table it so that the staff can revise the findings of fact, and that's what we're doing here. So I'll entertain a motion on item B.
I'll move to approve the revised findings of fact and conclusions of law for a variance in application 202-502-06H, V. Robert Loisel, based on the previous hearing.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we'll move on to item C.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Davidson, just like the previous two, this was a request for a variance. Mr. Bond, he has 9.3 acres, ultimately would like to divide off some of his property, which would require him to have 10 based on the zoning. After considering his testimony, I believe his wife's testimony, you voted again to grant the variance to allow him to ultimately establish a lot that's less than 5 acres in size. And he eventually wants to go through a one-time division, split off
And
property.
rezone.
And rezone.
Okay, any comments on this?
No, I'll just say in this application, like the other ones, we did inquire about whether the neighbors surrounding the property were on board or have had any objection, and my recollection was none did in this case, or really the others too. And these are pretty minor variances, in my opinion. So I'm ready to make a motion. I'll move to approve the revised findings of fact and conclusions of law for variance in application 202-502-482-V, Greg Bond, based on the previous hearing and the testimony heard there.
I second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye?
Aye. Okay, we'll go on to item D.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Davidson, this last one is not a variance. This was a modification request submitted by Mr. Griffin for the RV park on Vallejo. That was approved a couple of years ago. As you recall, he, after investigation, decided to go a different direction with the sewer system. And also, instead of rehabilitating an old structure on the property, build a new one for their ultimate clubhouse. So you consider the evidence and testimony from Mr. Griffin and neighbors, and ultimately did make a motion to approve. In this case, we had to secure the final signatures on the development agreement modification. We've been able to do that and are presenting the final documents that support your decision again.
Okay, this is one of the ones where they actually improved the situation that was there, and I think this is an improvement that we approved. So, any other comments?
Well, this project, we approved this, has been a couple of years. This is a big RV park, kind of a luxury RV park with additional spaces for kind of like more, I don't want to say low income necessarily, but kind of focus on maybe students or itinerant workers working at Micron. And they've had to go through quite a bit to do the lead remediation in the soil because it was formerly a shooting range. So again, we did hear from neighbors. The neighbors objected to it in the first hearing. They have the same objections now, but we already worked through those objections. So they didn't have any new objections relative to this application for, I think, fairly minor changes in the overall scheme of the project. So we voted to approve that. And just as a side note, I think one of the reasons we approved it in the first place is because of a lack of RV spaces in Ada County. A lot of people want to stay in RV parks, and virtually everyone is full, and it has a waiting list, including the one at our Expo Idaho. It's always completely full. There's always a waiting list for people to get in. So I think our hope was that this will help alleviate the crunch when it comes to RV spaces in Ada County.
Agreed. I'm ready for a motion.
All right, I'll move to approve application 202-600-006 CU MSP and 202-201-728 DA-DM for revised findings of fact and conclusions of law for conditional use and master site plan. And based on the previous hearing and the testimony heard therein.
I second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye?
Okay, we'll now move on to the new business, public hearing. And this will probably want,
Didn't quite.
oh,
Your vote.
oh, I thought, I didn't say aye? Okay. Aye.
For the record.
For the record, I voted aye.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your work. We'll move on to the public hearing in new business, public hearing resolutions. So these first three I think the clerk's office will probably explain, we'll need to vote on each one of them individually, but, because they go to different places, but you might wanna start explaining this. The resolution number 3172 is, I'll open the public hearing on resolution number 3172, and you can explain.
Sure thing. Commissioner Daley, resolution number 3172, 3173, and 3174. This is us being the big brother. So we've got some electronic poll books in our elections facility that we no longer really need. And so we're donating 5 of those to the Secretary of State. 20 of those we're donating to our friends in Butte County. 7 of those we're donating to our friends in Idaho County. So this will help them with their operations. This will also help them increase their election security. So it's just the right thing to do. So we stand behind the resolutions. We did everything we were supposed to. We published the notice as we were supposed to, met all the compliance standards, and now we're in the position to hand those over to Secretary of State, Butte County, and Idaho County.
You might want to explain how this helps them and why they're useful for them, and we're moving to a different system.
Commissioner, glad to. Secretary of State will benefit from these. They can get in the systems that we're using and actually test and better understand them. So that's why their data team's geeking out literally for this. Butte County and Idaho is a little bit different. They unfortunately don't have the resources we have with our Ada County elections. And so this is giving them devices to where they can manage their lines, manage their check-ins, and have a more compliant and secure election on election day and for their early voting. So they're really excited about it. We're not charging them, as another comment. This is just a hand over the equipment to them. So again, it's just doing the right thing. We're excited to be a partner with them.
And when we can do that, we like to do that for the counties.
Correct.
So are there any we're doing these resolutions one at a time because we have to have a motion on each one of them. So resolution 3172 is open for public comment. So Commissioner Davidson, do you have any comments on that? And then public, if anybody's here.
Nope.
Anybody here want to comment on resolution 3172, converting electric poll books to the Idaho Secretary of State? Okay, there's no comments. I'll close the public hearing on resolution 3172 and entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve resolution 3172 as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now we'll go to resolution 3173, which is, as the clerk mentioned, was the same materials being sent to Butte County. So I don't think you have any other additional comments. So are there any public comments, Commissioner Davidson and or the public, on resolution 3173? Okay, I'll close the hearing and entertain a motion on resolution 3173.
I'll move to approve resolution number 3173 as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now we'll go to 3174, which is the same thing but transferring to Idaho County. So any comments on 3174 resolution? Mr. Davidson? Or the public? Okay, I'll close the public hearing on resolution 3174 and then 75 and entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve resolution number 3174 as listed on the agenda.
Okay, yeah, 3174. Thank you for correcting. 3174, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I seconded it too. By my vote, I seconded it. Okay, now we go to resolution 3175, open the public hearing. That's reflect receipt of additional funds to the treasurer's office. So does the treasurer have a comment on that?
Yes, commissioners, I'd be happy to talk about this one. So as you'll see later on the agenda for your consideration, Ada County has been awarded a grant from the state of Idaho. It's for $2,500, and this is from the America 250 in Idaho Celebration Fund. So these are funds made available from the state of Idaho to help local governments acknowledge the upcoming milestone of the declaration or the Revolutionary War and the 250th anniversary of our country. And so these funds are awarded to us to use to help promote events surrounding that event. And we have decided to use the funds toward a kiosk. One of the events is a kiosk or a podium that will travel to various county locations, encouraging employees to pledge to read the Declaration of Independence. So that is what this resolution is for, so that we can receive this $2,500 from the state.
Okay, just as a note, when we add to the budget, like this is doing, it's not in our budget cycle, we have to have a resolution so we can do that, and that's what this is for. So this is another example of transparency of what we do and how we do it. Even if it's only $2,500, we still have to have this resolution to open up the budget and put money in the budget that wasn't originally allocated. So are there any other comments on this? Just as an aside on the 250 this is a kiosk that we hope every employee in the county will sign as a pledge, just like our founders did, sign the Declaration of Independence, so that we declaring that we've, one, read it, and two, we support the principles that were espoused by the Declaration of Independence. So this is the 250th anniversary, and that's what we got this grant to do. So I'll entertain a motion. Well, first of all, are there any other public comments on Resolution 3175? Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve resolution number 3175 as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now we'll go to resolution number 3176. I open the public hearing on resolution 3176. Sale of county personal property to the Computers for Kids. Are there any comments on that resolution?
This is a donation to a charity that provides, as the name would suggest, computers for kids. And so Ada County has a lot of surplus IT equipment that normally would go either to scrap or to public auction, but it has limited value because obviously we've used it. It's used, but this is an educational program for kids to learn about computers and how to use them. So we're happy to help them out with that.
Yes, and this is a very successful program. They came to us and asked us for this, and we decided to do this. So we do this on a regular basis for our used computer equipment, and it is a very good program. So are there any other public comments on that? Okay, I'll close the public hearing on Resolution 3176 and entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve resolution 3176 as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now the report from the clerk's office. You don't have anything going on.
Commissioners, nothing. However, there's an election 83 days away, so we're starting to feel the stress of that. Candidate filing begins on Monday the 2nd. It runs for 2 weeks. That deadline will be the 13th. I want folks to know that are running that Secretary of State has a new portal. And so if you go to our website, adacountyelections.gov, we've got some videos and tutorials that our PIO has been working on so that candidates can navigate that new system with the Secretary of State. But that's really on the horizon for us, getting through that. And then our auditing team, they are really wanting some closure on the annual audit. So next week, Bailey comes in and Bobby will report to you guys on the 4th. That'll be the facts and findings from the annual audit. That's weeks and weeks and weeks and hundreds of hours of work. So it'll be nice to get that off Tim and his team's back so that they can start focusing on the FY27 budget. So that's a taste of our world for now.
You might want to explain the filing deadline difference, because there's a difference between the local governments and statewide offices, and the legislature.
Which is new.
Which is new this year. The legislature changed it last year, so you might want, because that might be confusing the electorate.
I think
You
it
might
could
want to
be.
participate in either one of those.
Commissioner, thank you. Good question. On March 2nd, the Secretary of State, they certified the candidates with the parties. That's an important date for their office. Our office, again, March 2nd through the 13th, what we're focused on is the folks that are running for precinct committeemen and the nonpartisan candidates. Again, that's going through the Secretary of State to that new portal. But then there's also March 6th is important because that's the write-in candidate filing deadline for federal, state, and for the legislative offices. So there's some different dates out there for folks. I hope they visit our website, or Secretary of State has Vote Idaho, the calendar, and it's got all the pertinent information to help answer that question as well.
Okay, just for the public or anybody that's listening or wants to review this, they can go either our website or the Secretary of State's website and find information if they are interested in running for any one of those offices.
That's correct,
The
Commissioner.
legislature or county offices. and the dates, the deadlines.
That's correct, but I would put a plug in for adacounty.elections.gov.
Okay. Thank you. Any other comments? All right. We will go on to the next item, which is the catering permits. I'll entertain a motion or discussion on the catering permits.
I'll move to approve the catering permits and licenses as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the appropriate documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye?
And the new licenses were included in that, correct?
Yes, they were.
All right. So now we'll go to the claims journal. I'll entertain a motion on the claims journal.
I'll move to authorize payment of claims on the Claims Journal dated February 20th, 2026.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye?
Okay, now we'll go to the personnel actions just as an
You
aside.
didn't say aye.
Oh, aye. I didn't say aye on that one either, okay. Aye. I'm used to just saying aye instead of conducting the meeting, so. We'll go to the personnel actions, and just as an explanation, we have started a new personnel policy, this year, in this fiscal year. We have gotten some detail, and we've gone through some detail in the past. These last week, we went over some of them, the ones that would be kind of routine. And Bethany's here, she outlined that for us. So just for the record, these are some of those on this list are some of the routine type ones, so we're not gonna have the explanation that we've had in the past because these are those we discussed last week as being routine. They go through the process, going through HR, through the auditor's office for the financial part of it. That's all been cleared, and they come to us. We review that information, the commissioners do, and then this is our approval of those as we reviewed them. So I'll entertain a motion on the personnel actions.
I'll move to approve the personnel actions as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye?
Aye. Okay, the assessor's office. Is there anybody from the assessor's office? Hey. See, you're not the new kid on the block anymore.
Still feel pretty new, I'll be honest with you. Thank you for welcoming me here. Okay, busy time, of course, at the assessor's office right now. A lot of property tax reduction queries coming through and a lot of folks applying at this time. Over January and February so far, we've received about 3,200 phone calls. That's property tax reduction, the VA program, Veterans Administration program that allows them to receive funds to help them with their property tax payments. And also people questioning how they can apply for the homestead exemption as well. So kind of all hands on deck for all of those options. This week as well, we have a lot of outreach.
Excuse me, just let me interrupt you there.
Sure.
Can you explain the veterans exemption and the homestead exemption because there are some people we found that don't understand that. So if they're listening in, or the media might want to help us get the public knowledgeable about what those two, and any other options for either senior citizens or veterans or whatever. Explain some of those that are available to people that they may not know about.
Thank you for the opportunity,
They may not
Commissioner.
know about.
I'd be happy to. So we do have 3 programs really kind of on the table at this time and throughout the calendar year for the homestead exemption. The homestead exemption is of course an up to 50% of the value of the property or $125,000 off the assessed value, whichever is less. And you could apply for that anytime throughout the year. And so that reduces the property taxes that you will be owed or will owe because that reduction in value. So again, that could be applied for throughout the calendar year. And then in addition to that, we have 2 senior programs, also for those who are residents of the state of Idaho who happen to be disabled as well. That's the property tax reduction program. So that's an income restricted program that if you qualify, then you could have up to your entire property tax payment paid for you. And that does happen with a certain percentage of the population. But it's a reduction in property taxes for folks that are 65 and older, blind, disabled in some way, or children without parents, et cetera. So there's quite a laundry list of folks that do qualify for that program, but again, it's a great program for folks to reduce their property tax payments, and that needs to be applied for by April 15th of this year. In addition to that, we have a specific program for property tax reduction for those who are veterans, especially those who are 100% service-connected disabled veterans. So that's a $1,500 credit. That's the maximum credit. That's the maximum credit for property tax reduction for the income-restricted senior program as well. But many folks throughout Ada County who are elderly income-restricted do actually get their entire property tax bill paid, which is an exciting thing. But for the veterans, it's not an income-restricted program. So if you're a 100% service-connected disabled veteran, please do apply at the assessor's office or online with the State Tax Commission. And you could get that $1,500 credit towards your property tax payments.
Thank you. And for anybody who's listening, if they didn't get all that information, they can
Yep.
call the assessor's
Please
office.
please do.
And,
And we do have outreach that I'm excited to share with you as well. So we have folks in our office that are going out to the Meridian DMV office and to CUNA's Senior Center this week to help people fill out the application. And so come on down to those locations and our staff will be there to help everyone with that.
Very good. Sorry for interrupting you,
No,
but
that's
we
great.
had a
Thank you.
situation this week where somebody didn't understand all of that, so
It's a lot of information,
Yeah.
so we're happy to help.
thanks. Go ahead.
We do have some tax cancellations for you today, also for the primary roll, the sub-roll, and missed property roll. These are all homestead exemptions that came in late in the year, except for two parcels. One is a residential parcel purchased by the Ada County Highway District, so we did a tax cancellation on the remaining taxes due on that once residential property. Same with the Urban Renewal Agency of Boise, they purchased a residential property, so now that it's under government, effectively a government agency that owns that parcel, we canceled the remaining taxes due.
That's to expand their office space, or?
I'm not exactly sure what the purpose will be for those parcels, but they are under those ownerships now, so whatever remaining taxes will no longer be paid by the government agency.
Good. Again, these are listed as tax cancellations in the law, so we have to have our motion for tax cancellations, but they're not cancellations, they're adjustments.
Correct.
And as you've described, so
Thank you for the clarification.
do I have a motion on the tax cancellations as listed on the agenda?
I'll move to approve the tax cancellations as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye?
Aye. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Treasurer's Office, your report, and then we're gonna go to your grant thing. So if you have an additional report from what you might want to report on the person we invited to our meeting today, but wasn't able to come.
Oh, gladly. Today we were hoping to host Molly Tot Pitcher. So Molly Tot is a revolutionary Spuddy Buddy designed by Treasurer Ellsworth and with the permission of the Potato Commission. And so she's a Spuddy Buddy we were going to bring today. And the reason that she was really a heroine in the Revolution is because she was married to an auxiliary man, and she was known for taking water to cool the cannons. And then she would also take it to the troops on those hot days. And so that's what her name was, Mary Hayes. But because of her efforts during the war, she was nicknamed Mary Pitcher. And so now Mary Pitcher, or Molly Pitcher, is a name for women and who were helpful in the Revolution. So she was unable to join us, but hopefully we can have her here another time.
Yes, Treasurer Ellsworth, State Treasurer Ellsworth, has created some characters from Spuddy Buddies for the 250th anniversary
Right.
of the Declaration of Independence, for sure. We have them on occasion, but there's, I think, 12 of them, something like that, 12, 14. But they have somebody who actually handles their agenda, so they go all around the state, and so we have to get on their agenda, and sometimes we don't get them on the agenda for try to have one every week, but we don't always get one every week. Anyway, so that's what we're finalizing now in the grants portion. The grant and agreement is what the treasurer just described, so I will entertain a motion on grant 2511 and agreement number 31445, which finalizes the money that we voted on earlier.
I'll move to accept and approve the grant award for number 2511-B as identified on the agenda, and agreement number 31445 as listed on the agenda, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye?
Aye. Okay, we have the minutes. I'll entertain a motion for the minutes.
I'll move to approve the minutes as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye?
Aye. Now, the events at Expo Idaho. I'll entertain a motion on the events at Expo Idaho.
I'll move to approve the agreements as identified on the agenda for Expo Idaho, Western Idaho Fair, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye?
Aye. Just as an aside, this is one of the things, we have an advisory board that helps us with this, but the board actually makes these are individual agreements at Expo Idaho. We appreciate our new director of Expo Idaho that's going to be helping us do this very thing, identify events for us. But this, just as an aside, we have a bill that's being discussed at the legislature that may alter our ability to do this. So we appreciate the fact that we have what we have in Indian County. So next are the agreements. We have how many agreements? 2 agreements. So do I have a motion on the agreements?
I'll move to approve the agreements as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the appropriate documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye?
Aye. All right, last item on the business is the indigent services. Do I have a motion?
I'll move to accept the recommendations of indigent services staff as listed on the summary of cases dated February 24th, 2026, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye?
Aye. Okay, is there any other business?
Well, maybe we could put our new director on the spot and you could say a few words.
Good morning.
Good idea. Welcome to Idaho and
Thank you. Thank you.
Expo Idaho.
I've listened to several meetings through YouTube, so thank you very much for all the efforts to make sure that they're public. Completely appreciate the education that you bring out and all of the various times that you're able to do that, to explain to the public. We are listening, by the way, especially those of us who don't live in the state and are trying to familiarize themselves with the way business is operated. And so I really appreciate the fact that you take the time to do that. Don't take it for granted, you guys, because it doesn't happen everywhere. We are very fortunate. Super excited about the 250th anniversary, obviously, and Spuddy Buddies, and being able to have everyone out at the park to be able to have not only the celebration, but a gigantic photograph, I understand.
Yes.
So we're going to work on getting ourselves put together for that.
Yes.
So that we can welcome you all.
As part of that celebration, thank you for reminding me, we're going to have all the staff of Ada County out there for a photo in celebration of 250th anniversary at Expo Idaho.
I believe I read yesterday there might be even an employee picnic in September.
Yes, that's an annual event as well, that you help us, and you will be helping us
I look forward to it.
on that.
Thank you very much.
Maybe we can have it in the park instead of in the expo.
Well,
Guess we gotta discuss
Let's see
that.
how dirty it is.
Yeah.
Right now there's a lot of mud out there, sir.
Depending on its
Beautiful.
state of completion.
Should be
yeah.
pretty close.
So, we are gonna have a celebration at its completion as well, so that'll be one thing. So you have two exciting things this year that you're
Or just
gonna
a
help us
couple.
with. The soccer but it's coming right up, just
Yes,
a little over a
April
month,
4th.
a little over a month away is our first home game, so. Anyway, welcome, thank you. Any other items of business? Okay. We're adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.
It's Tuesday, February 24th, 9:40 a.m. I'll call to order the Board of Ada County Emergency Medical Services District. Commissioner Davidson and myself are here. Commissioner Beck is not present. So are there any changes to the agenda?
They're not.
Okay. The new business, we'll have the Claims Journal. I'll entertain a motion on the Claims Journal.
I'll move to authorize payment of claims on the Claims Journal dated February 20th, 2026.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye?
Aye. Now approval of the minutes. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve the minutes as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye?
Aye. Okay, we have an EMS update. So I'll do that. Commissioner Davidson always gives us an update on
Yeah,
EMS.
I love when Commissioner Beck does that every meeting, yeah. Well, they did catch the person who stole an ambulance and drove it into the
Oh, really? I didn't
Portico
hear that.
building last night. And just for the record, it was a Canyon County ambulance, not an Ada County ambulance.
Yes.
And they left it open, but they were in the hospital parking lot, and I guess that made them an easy target.
A target.
But, and then there was a second vandalism in Boise. I don't know if they've determined that the same person did it, but just happy that they arrested that individual because it was potentially a very serious
Yeah, could have been.
matter.
Could have been.
Where they did try to burn the building down, but were not able to accomplish it. So scary times out there.
Yes, we never know. We have to be prepared for anything in
Yeah.
today's world. All right, any other items of business? Okay, we're adjourned.